please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Summer came and now it's spring, it looks like. The cottonweeds are, or the cottonwoods starting to attack. Before we get going, I did want to mention, I got the report of the water levels from the Corps today, and actually it's getting a little better. I think a month ago we were 7 inches above what we were this time last year, and now we're like right there where we were last year. And I don't know how they're doing it, but they're actually saying we're peaking right now, and the water level's going to start going down, but it usually doesn't peak till July, mid-July. And you can see in their charts all the other years, it peaks in July, but I don't know. Maybe they think they know something we don't. I also want to mention too, thanks for Bill Graytop, we got 4 large no wake with the 200-foot, 100-foot rule signs, or 6 by 6, and we got one at the end of the middle channel, one the south channel. I'm not sure if the old club has theirs up or not yet, but we're going to put one in the north channel, and we're going to get one somewhere just north of the cutoff channel where it comes in the U.S. So anybody coming this way from this, they're going to see a big sign. It's just a matter of getting them to pay attention to it, I guess, but we're trying. And if you need sandbags, we have free sandbags. Get a hold of the water department.
Enough Sam.
Enough said. Roll call.
Mark Bouchard.
Here.
Joanne Shirkey.
Here.
Cindy Valentine here. Artie Bryson.
Here.
Christy Hilton.
Here.
Krista Regan.
Here.
Sandy Kufelt.
Here.
We're all here. Very good. Good job, guys. Bills payable. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to pay bills payable in the amount of $9,613.18.
Support. Motion and support. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have public comments. If anyone wants to speak, come up to the podium, state your name and address, and have at it.
Hi, my name is Eric Stocker. I actually live in Marysville. So,
Could you spell your last name?
Yep, Stocker. So, good evening, and first I'd like to thank Clay Township Board for allowing me the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Eric Stocker, and I am running for state representative of the 81st District on the Republican ballot. And I just want to take the time to introduce myself, and then hopefully we could speak later. Now, don't hold it against me. I am a lifelong resident of Marysville, so I'm upriver a little ways. But I am a long-standing and active member of the Republican Party. I'm a former precinct delegate. I'm active at home in my community, my church, the schools, and I'm an Eagle Scout. I believe that, I've spent some time in my career in the education sector, and I've had the great opportunity of working with them, and I have experience in both state and federal legislative offices. I believe that this allows me the unique opportunity to best represent our concerns here in this county and have some knowledge going forth of how to take our interests and our concerns to Lansing. So with my experience working in the legislative branch and the executive branch now, I believe that will best suit me as our candidate going forward. Looking at Michigan, I do believe we're on the right path, but we can't stop now. There's still plenty more work to do, and as an advocate for St. Clair County and our community here, I would advocate for rebuilding of our aging infrastructure. It's desperately needed with our roads, our bridges, our telecoms. I'd also like to offer students multiple pathways to success by not only focusing on college, but showing that skilled trades is an option. We need to bring those back, and that ties right back into the infrastructure. not everyone's meant to go to college, and there's nothing wrong with that, and we need to promote that. You can earn a great living with the skilled trades, and I think it's a very honorable profession. And last, I think we need to make driving affordable again. We need to change our no-fault auto insurance. We need to allow families to buy that second car, to have a little more disposable income, so that way they can flourish. They can, maybe afford to take a vacation now, and high school students can afford to have that car. That's such a big part of our life, is getting that first vehicle. Mine was a 97 Cutlass Supreme. Not the classiest car, but it was it was fun. So I just wanted to say thank you very much. I'm excited to go around the community. I'll be door knocking here with this coming week. And I think that, together we can take our St. Clair County values here and we can take them to Lansing and we can put them to good work. So thank you very much, and I'd hope you'd consider me for state rep.
All right, thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
Mr. Stocker?
Any other public comments? Hearing none, moving right along. Consent agenda, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda consisting of the minutes of the board meeting of May 21st and synopsis, check reports, April police and water report, May and June Parks and Rec updates. Communication is a thank you card from the Council on Aging for their donation, road watch, and there were no requests.
Support.
Okay, motion and support. Anyone want to pull anything out or any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the consent agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the all-exciting supervisors report. Someone changed the font on me.
One of you ladies hold it.
Just saying.
Just trying to make it one page.
Trying to make it one page. Our colony water main replacement project is running behind schedule. The bid should be ready, and should is the operative, hopefully, the operative word, ready to go out to bid June 15th, and we'll open it and approve it at our July 10th they'll be due July 10th, and will be awarded at our meeting July 16th. And in the whole process, there'll be, part of the bid is, they can start construction anytime in August and completed by November 9th. So, and in our board discussion here, I have gentlemen, our consultants for the bonding, so we'll bring them up and get us up to speed on that. Our next meeting, we will have a resolution for, to pass for, to go forward with the bond. Just to let everybody know, we did tweak our offer to the Michigan Association of Firefighters Union about 3 weeks ago. And I found out last week they're having a meeting to see if they can ratify the contract June 7th. So we're encouraging all the firefighters to show up and vote at that meeting. I believe it's 6:30 right at the mainland fire station. I did receive good news about our DNR Trust Fund grant for the proposed kayak launch and bike trailhead. That's going to be on Harson's Island. I was invited actually to make a special presentation to the Trust Fund Grant Board June 13th. It's going to be up in Flint. And I'm getting ready to do that. They basically they told me if you get invited to this thing, you're pretty sure that it's going to be awarded, and they like to have you go up there and do a little presentation in case of any of the board members has any questions for you. So I'll be in Flint June 13th. Music in the Park's all lined up. We're working on Wednesday night lineups too. Actually, since I wrote this, we have a lot of them set. So Music in the Park now, we're expanding it. We're going to have our regular Thursday concerts starting this week, actually. And we found out we can get the stage on Wednesdays also for the whole summer long for extra $20 for the whole summer. We get Wednesday nights. So we thought about doing that and getting different things and smaller things. We're going to bill it as a free-for-all Wednesday. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. And we are having 2 dates we have set up, lined up on the island, Friday 27th and Friday August 24th at Browns Field too. So we're excited about that. We're going to have lots of music and stuff coming. After spending a day with our planner and going around the community and talking to a lot of people, the number one comment was bike paths they want to see here. I got that on both sides of the river. We were actually walking up to strangers and saying, hey, what do you think? And they all say bike paths. So I am attending East Michigan, it's not SEMCOG, it's EMCOG, University Design, and it's about designing bike-friendly roadways. That's June 20th. It's a day-long class dealing with new designs and funding options, and half of it's in class, and the other half of the program is all-day thing. We're actually going to be riding around on bikes, so it'll be interesting. So let's see. The condemned road on Monroe on Harson's Island, the condemned property on Monroe on Harson's Island has been removed and all cleaned up. And the bids went out, we awarded it, and soon the condemned property on Anchor Bay Drive will be torn down. Actually, we just got off the phone, we're trying to get DTE to disconnect the power, that's what we're holding up now. Okay, we talked about the no wake sign, we installed the signs, and also what we did too, working with the people on Dickerson Island, we have 2 buoys on the middle channel that we went in front of the Coast Guard and the DNR to get permits. It's actually a lengthy process, but they allowed it, and they tell you exactly where they want it to be. We would have changed it a little bit if we had our drathers, but, and those buoys, they're lit at night, it has a flashing white light, and they're in place too, and from what people have told me, they have a pretty good result, so. I did receive the proposal from our existing planner for a review of our master plan, and the bill was $30,000. And like I said in my report, I haven't had a chance to get real granular with the scope of it and everything else, but I mentioned to you guys, I mean, it's something we should do. It's been 7 years before it's been looked at, and common practice is 5-6 years it should be looked at. And so something I think we should do, but I think it's a good time at this point to see if we want to stick with this planner or find something else or do something different. So I'm going to be next month look at and talk to a few other people. I actually talked to yesterday Elaine, the city manager up at Marine City, and asked them who they use and what they do. And they said, well, they don't have very many plans that have to go get approved. They say only a couple. We have a lot more here. But they said for their master plan, they actually contracted with the county to have it done, and it was considerably cheaper. They said, you know, you had to wait a little longer, but so I was going to give county planning a call and get their take on that and see if they'd be available. Just another option. Let's see. I was just going to say, you know, it really seems like everybody in all our departments have been busy. I think John from the water and Mike, I mean, fire, everyone's been really busy since the weather broke. Let's see, we did receive our report back from MIOSHA that when they did inspection of our fire department. And we received 2 minor violations, resulted in 0 fines, and were resolved within a day or 2 actually from that. And we sent in the paperwork, and that's going to be, I'm not sure what, not dissolved, but it's all rectified, and we're looking good. We did have MIOSHA, we invite them to do a whole inspection of our fire departments, and they're going to come back with some recommendations. I have not seen it yet, but when we get that, when I get it, we'll go through it and and see what we have to do. If there's a problem there, we want to know about it. We've got to keep our guys safe. The old Krispin Drain habitat restoration is going to be officially closed here in a couple weeks. They performed their final environmental assessment and deemed it very successful. One thing that they did find, they were telling me about all the wildlife and fish and reptiles and everything that were not there before. I mean, basically it was dead. And it's just loaded with fish. They say dragonflies, I don't know all the species, and a bunch of different reptiles. But I thought it was very interesting. They found, what's the shiner? A pug-nosed shiner. It's a certain kind of minnow it's not found very often here. It's native from here. And they actually sent it to Ann Arbor to have it dissected, I guess, or officially identified. And they said that's what it is. And I guess it's full of them in there. And they're pretty excited about that. So,
Sounds like good bait.
yeah, that's a good bait. Uh-oh. Everyone's going to be going there in their nets. But I've seen people in there fishing. They gotten pike and, I mean, just about everything in there this spring. I don't know. I'm kind of proud of this project. I know Bill was involved, Great Top kicking it off. And it was one of those things where, yeah, maybe it will, maybe it won't. And then they said it was going to. The darn thing actually died 3 times. We had to resurrect it. And it was very trying in the beginning, but we got it done. It was it was a really good project for us because it cost us taxpayers, well, the local taxpayers, nothing. We would have had to gone through there and cleaned it up with the county drain, and it would have been a special assessment for everybody, and it would have been ugly. So anyhow, this really did save the people that are close to that. Lots of money, created great habitat, a wonderful blue trail. It's attracting visitors, bird people, people fishing, kayaking, canoeing. I mean, I think all around it was a pretty darn good project. Let's see, I got a bunch of meetings coming up myself. Tomorrow I have that one got canceled or called, didn't it? We got a meeting with the water plant, and I'll see if we can get a tour set up for you guys. You guys haven't been through there. And it's interesting, actually. I think you'd like it. Probably a lot better than the wastewater treatment plant tour.
I hope so.
Just saying. So yeah, in fact, on Wednesday, I have a meeting about the wastewater treatment plant, and been invited to McEnroe's State of the Lakes meeting and roundtable. We're going to talk about the state of the Lake St. Clair and the rivers and everything, and so it's all good. Next week, I'm meeting with AT&T to talk about small cell towers. We're going to have a DDA meeting, and I'm going up to Flint for that DNR presentation. I want to remind everybody, Wednesday we start the Music in the Park series, the Free for All Wednesdays. This Wednesday, June 6th, we're having a teen dance with a DJ Jade. And June 13th, Wednesday, we're actually going to be doing square dancing and line dancing. We're changing it up on their Wednesdays. We're not just having bands, we're having more activities type of things, interactive things. June 7th, the regular music in the park. We have the Gypsies and the Rockers. And June 14th, Dude and the Biters. And I think we started yoga in the park about a half hour ago. So that's going on right now next door. So that's my excuse for not doing the downward dog. So that's it with the supervisor's report. Thank you. Okay, fire chief's report.
Good evening. The month of
May, I attended two meetings. One was the Fire Chiefs Association, St. Clair County Fire Chiefs Association meeting. General business was discussed, and we also attended a meeting with the U.S. Coast Guard over the events that will happen on the 22nd of this month at Javi Nooner. Donovan Hubert passed his, or I should say, completed his Fire 1, Fire 2. We're waiting on his test results. So once, if he passed, we will enroll him in EMT. And
I saw a picture with his certificate.
yeah, he passed. That was supposed to be next month's report.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
He did.
Spoiler alert, busted by 6 hours.
Yeah. He successfully passed his Fire 1, Fire 2, so now he'll be moving on to the EMT class in September. So that'll be another 7 months of training that he'll go through. We're still having problems filling duty shifts and manning Station 2. And some of the problems that we're having is the certifications. Either they have Fire 1, Fire 2, or they'll have EMT, and you cannot put those guys by themselves. So you try to have one that has both certifications, and then if one has one or the other, we can man it that way. But we are running into some problems with that. We are continuing training with the new recruits. The captain and the lieutenant's been taking them out, doing driver's training and familiarizing themselves with the township. In fact, tomorrow the lieutenant will be taking out 4 people on the boat, getting them used to the waterways and going to the landmarks where if we have a rescue or a water rescue, show them how to get there. So, that's it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Okay, unfinished business, we have none. New business, under board discussion. First, what I wanted to do is talk about our county water project with the board. And I have our consultants, Bill and Tom, want to come on up and tell the board where we're at. And next meeting, we will have a resolution in front of us to go ahead and pass this for the bonding.
My name's Bill Roach. I'm with Hutchinson Shockey. We're your financial advisor on the project. We've been working with staff and coming up with different plans on how to pay off the debt. We looked at a 10, 15, and a 20-year amortization, and a 20-year amortization was selected. We've done preliminary numbers in regards to what the budgeted construction costs are going to be, which is roughly $1,270,000. We estimated your cost of issuance on the financing, have put that all in, and then backed out the contributions from the water fund and the sale of land, which is expected to come through. So we're looking at roughly about an $815,000 bond issue, depending upon where the final construction bids come in. So we also have prepared a draft of a request for bid package to go out to investors. We're doing a little bit different modeling on this bond issue for you. Because it is a special assessment, one of the things we didn't want to have happen is on a 20-year amortization, if the property owners decide to prepay their special assessment, you're still going to be paying that interest on that bonds over the 20-year period of the bond issue. Well, what we're trying to structure and look for investors that are willing to allow you to prepay for any special assessments that get paid off early by the property owner. So if the cash comes in, they decide property is sold, the special assessment gets prepaid, they don't want to make annual payments, you'll now be able to pay that investor off and then not pay interest on that for the next 19, 18, 20 years, whenever those prepayments come in. So that is part of the structure that we're going out with. We were going to schedule a due diligence call tomorrow to go over the structure and the offering document, but since the construction bids are going to come in middle of July now, that's going to be delayed towards the end of June. So we'll do the due diligence process with staff and get that prepared. Once the construction bids come in and we get those finalized, we'll put the bid documents out on the street to the investors and lock in your interest rate and get funding available early to mid-August. And right now, just for your purposes, we're budgeting a 4.25% interest rate on the special assessment bonds, and then the property owners generally pay 1% rate over and above that. And when we have the resolution, we'll have some preliminary numbers for you to take a look at so people understand what the linear cost is going to be.
Great. So I'm Tom Coles with Miller Canfield. So my role is bond counsel on the transaction. So as Bill has talked about, he runs all the numbers on the transaction, and I put the legal papers together. So the resolution that you'll see at the next meeting on the 18th actually authorizes everything that Bill talked about. So it sets forth the structure of the financing, when interest gets paid, when principal get paid, and we're going to set a not-to-exceed dollar amount of not to exceed $1 million. So again, the idea is once construction bids come in, and Bill has a chance to then look at that, what we actually need to construct. We build in, on top of that, the estimate cost of issuance. We're going to have a little bit of capitalized interest. That actually sizes our bond issue, and then we go out and actually find the purchasers through the request for proposal process. But what the resolution will authorize is the supervisor or treasurer to reduce that dollar amount to the actual dollars that are needed to fund the project. So the resolution has a couple of parameters of not to exceed. One is the dollar amount, the $1 million. Interest rate not to exceed 6.5%. Again, the goal is to be much lower than that. It also establishes the security for the bonds. The primary security is going to be the special assessments that are collected from the property owners. But the township does also pledge its full faith and credit behind that as an additional support. So to the extent for whatever reason, say you have multiple prepayments and we can't time out perfectly the redemption of some of the bonds, there might be some circumstance, hopefully it never happens, where the general fund might have to support the debt service on the bonds. That also helps the sale of the bonds by having the township's full faith and credit to support that, as opposed to just the special assessments. So the resolution actually provides for the backing by the township. It also provides the method of sale that Bill had talked about. We're going to authorize a negotiated sale and authorize requests for proposals to be received from financial institutions. And it also authorizes some certain other things as to who signs the bonds, typical kind of ministerial acts that are required underneath under the resolution. So you'll see that at the next meeting. Obviously, if there's questions associated with that, we'll be happy to answer those. But that's just kind of a preview of what you'll see. And that'll be the only resolution that's needed by the board for this project. So the award of whoever our purchaser is, the supervisor and treasurer are authorized to actually select that bank or financial institution and complete the financing without having to come back to the board, as long as we're within those parameters. So we can't exceed those parameters. If we do, we'd have to come back.
One thing I was going to mention to you, the colony homeowners, they use this hall to have a meeting to see if they're going to sell that property and what they're going to do with it and everything. There was probably, had to be 60, 70 of them here. I asked them, show of hands, how many people are going to pay it off right away? Most of them raised their hands.
Most of them, yeah.
But, you know, I bet you we're going to have a pretty good chunk. I mean, there's a lot more than 60 people on,
Right.
you know, on that street, but there was quite a few. So
That's good.
Are those payments going to be made on a monthly or a quarterly basis to the bond?
To the bondholder, the
Yeah.
bondholder will pay interest semi-annually and principal annually to the bondholders.
So the cash flow is set up. Right now, I think we're estimating that the first assessment would go out August 1st, and then they can pay that off. So your first bond payment would be in May to allow for time for collections to come in.
Okay.
So it would be May 1st, 2019 would be the first principal payment.
There is a special notice, just heads up for the clerk for this next meeting. There is a special notice for this resolution. It's a part of the resolution that just needs to be posted,
Yep.
just like you would your normal posting, so.
Yep, not a problem.
Great.
All right, any questions for Tom or Bill? Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, Artie, did we budget for the extreme possibility of not having enough money in there?
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't be for 18 years down the road,
Okay.
so.
You know, dollar,
Well, doing it this
dollar
way.
a month.
Doing it, well, there will be a little bit left, and doing it this way, I mean, I did ad hoc fund for this already at our budget workshop. But doing it, yeah, go ahead.
I've done a lot of special assessments
Yeah.
in my career. Generally, where they get in trouble is where we're looking for additional revenues to come in for hookup charges, for new development and so forth. Those are the ones that normally get in trouble. Here, we're dealing with a known number of partials and property owners and a known construction cost. The real problem, based on this structure, would be those prepayments.
Yeah,
And that's
okay.
why we're trying to model it so that if those prepayments do come in, you can pay off the investor. Otherwise, you're stuck now with cash and you're paying 4.25% interest on the bond, and you're earning maybe 2% now instead of 5.25%, which we thought the property owner was going to pay. So we're trying to give you the flexibility, and we spend a lot of time going through and trying to model these. So, you're not relying upon additional soft revenue projections coming in from hookup charges or any other soft numbers. We'll know our construction costs, we'll know the cost per foot, so you should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's what happened with that road special assessment, how it got out of whack. So people paid it off early and the interest bit us. All right, thank you, guys. Taking off, we'll see you later. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Second thing on our new business agenda is local millage distribution for the county parks and rec. What this is, we just basically have to pass it so we can get a cut of the money from St. Clair County Parks and Rec. How it works is, kind of spells it out in this letter. We pay, what is it, 25, quarter of a mil goes up to county parks. And then we get a chunk of that back, approximately 25% of that comes back. I do have a little, we send the money up based on our value, property value, but it gets returned to us based on our population. And if it was 25% of our value, our number would probably be about $12,000 more. So, but I know it's not going to change, but it is what it is. And this past year, we received $38,791. This coming year, we're going to receive $39,187. So we're going to have to approve this millage, just local millage distribution, and we'll be ready to go. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the local millage distribution for Parks and Rec in the amount of $39,816.97.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Sandy Kufelt,
Yes.
Crystal Regan,
Yes.
Kristi Hilton,
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Next on agenda, we have purchase of in-car video systems, 2 of them, for the amount of $7,940 for the 2 new cars that we have coming.
Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the in-car video system for our Clay Township Police Department in the amount of $7,940, deriving from line item 265,000,401.00.
Support.
Motion and support, any discussion? Just so everyone knows, that fund is actually our drug forfeiture fund that we have, and we're allowed to spend different, or monies for different things, which video cameras for cars is one of them. So that's a good thing. Okay, with motion and support, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have, we're replacing a water meter. It's the North Clay Master Meter. This is the one by the state park, by the bike path? On Michigan Street, yeah. This is the water meter between Algonac and Clay going north It's on Michigan Street, right where, it goes into Clay, It's pretty close to where that bike path is back there. And it needs to be replaced. We have a quote for, the total cost is $20,610, which we are responsible for 50% of it. So our portion would be $10,305.
Do we have the support of our water supervisor? That being said, I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Supervisor, that we approve our portion, which is 50% of the DPW North Clay Master Meter in the amount of $10,305.
Support.
Yeah, motion and support. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Krista Regan.
Yes.
Kristi Hilton.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Sandy Kukrow.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, fifth thing is resignation of our
It's hard to say.
long-standing assessor, Barb, effective June 28th, 2018.
Hard pressed to get support for that.
That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, we can house her. Get the cuffs out. So technically, we should accept this letter.
Should we read the letter? or-
Yeah, if you someone want to read theirs?
This is from our assessor, Barb. Well, I do believe the time has come. After a long run of 32 years of fun in Clay Township, I've decided to put down my measuring tape and pencil. Please accept this letter as notification of resignation/retirement as the assessor of Clay Township. My last day of employment is scheduled for June 28th, 2018. My immediate future plans are to spend time with my family and travel up north visiting my wonderful grandchildren. Clay Township will be in good hands. I am recommending Sherry Lawton to take over my position as assessor. She has required the certification, Michigan Advanced Assessing Officer, and has been working hard to learn all the unique qualities of our township. I believe she will continue to be an asset to the Clay Township team and the property owners. This has been an incredible journey, and I thank the current board and past board members for the opportunity.
And thank you, Barb,
Yes,
for all that.
Yeah, we thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
very much so. Whenever someone has a question in the office, what do we do?
Ask Barb.
Go ask Barb.
Yep. I'm in there often enough.
Yep. So, yeah. So I got her cell number so we can text her all those questions.
You going on vacation right away, or after the, no?
No, she's gonna hang around.
You gonna-
If we pay a portion of her cell phone bill, does that mean she has to answer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So now you'll have time to go to Jobby Nooner.
in the air like Batman.
Yeah, there you go.
That means I need you.
Yeah,
Flash a signal.
Well, nobody's made a motion.
I know it.
I will make a motion to accept the resignation of Assessor Barb Schutt effective June 28th, 2018.
Reluctantly supporting that.
Any more discussion? So it's been a pleasure.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
And Sherry, she's already back there redecorating the office. Yeah, I know she does. We're gonna need a couple of trucks to move. So, all right, we have motion and support. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone oppose? Do we all oppose too? Yeah.
To retire, yes, but to
Yeah.
resign, no.
Okay. Motion passes.
Best of luck to you.
All right, next we have Resolution 2018-21, board meeting dates for the following meeting year.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2018-21, setting the Township of Clay, County of St. Clair, State of Michigan Board meeting dates for 2018-19.
Support.
Okay, a motion and support, and this schedule does have 3 meetings on Harson's Island, the next one being
Actually, it's 5.
5.
2 of them we already have, 3 new
Oh,
ones that we're
3
adding.
new
3,
ones.
4,
We're gonna
5.
have 5 meetings on Harson's Island.
Great.
And the next one being July 16th. Then August 20th. Okay, I'll get the schedule over to the Lions. And September 17th, May 20th, and June 17th. Okay, we have motion and support. Any more discussion?
Yes, as long as we're going to go over to the island more, we need to do something about the speakers, speaking in the sound system.
We need more mics. I'll get some more mics.
It's terrible. Have any of you watched it on YouTube yet? And try to listen? I mean, it's, has its moments.
Well, the video guy doesn't pick it up,
Yeah, right.
because we don't have our own
But-
system there, our own.
But that little thing that we have to share back and
Yeah, we'll get
forth,
some-
stick it
We'll
up in
get
our
some,
mouth.
we'll get some,
It
don't
doesn't
swallow
work
it.
too good.
Don't swallow it. I was wondering what you were doing.
No, that little mic we got,
Now I got you.
Lapel mic that
that
shows.
little lapel mic,
They shut, yeah,
he hands it to me, I hand it to him, and, yeah, you got a
yeah. We'll get some more mics,
little humor.
so. Do we have motions
Yeah, that's for
and support?
Yep.
Roll call vote, please.
Christy Hilton.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey.
Yes,
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Sandy Kufel.
Yes.
Chris O'Regan.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Next, we have board member comments. Got anything, Cindy?
I do.
All right.
I want to congratulate Donovan Huber. I know he's been working hard for a while. I'm glad to see that, although the cat's out of the bag a little early, sorry, chief. He was pretty ecstatic when he saw that come across, so big congratulations to him. Looking forward to seeing him get his EMT as well. And Barb, best wishes on your retirement.
Mark?
Well, I think it's going to be a long, hot summer, and I know our guys are out there in the field already churning, so be safe out there. And you got my support, all of our support. Anything you need out there, let us know.
and Barb, it's been lots of pleasurable years that I've had to work with you. Best of luck to you. Enjoy.
Sandy?
Just wanted to say to Barb, thank you very much for the times we got to spend together. It was enjoyable, and congratulations on your newfound time for not only yourself, but for your family.
Congratulations, Barb. In a couple of years of me being around the office, I've never heard an ill word spoken of you. Not one time, not one thing, not nothing negative, nothing derogatory, nothing. So you're a class act, and you'll be tough to follow. But thank goodness we've got somebody already trying to slip into your shoes.
Size 15.
Congratulations to Hubie. Nice job on your testing. And congratulations to this year's Algonac Muskrats. The baseball team took another divisional
Yes.
championship, district championship rather. And I'm sorry, Mr. Stocker, that they had to beat up your alma mater in the process. It was a heck of a battle. But an interesting stat that came from our athletic director, the seniors this year that were just received that district championship, and if those boys had played football their full 4 years of school and continue to play baseball their 4 years of school, like most of them have, this is their 5th district championship. Their 5th. That's pretty impressive.
Congratulations, wonderful.
So Algonac Muskrats continue to be on the map, and those boys continue to make us proud. So go Rats.
For sure. Chrissy?
I would like to say congratulations to Barb. I appreciate all the help that you've given me in the last year, and we will miss your laugh. We think we're going to record it so that we can keep it around. I'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2018 that graduate this week. And I would like to encourage our residents to find a program over at the park. We have so many awesome things going on, and I would just recommend that someone get involved and enjoy that.
Thank you. Yes, congrats to Donovan and also to Barb. You mentioned her laugh. I sit in my office, and from all the other side of the office, I hear Barb laughing. I always know when Barb's here. So it's all good. And she laughs a lot. Not a little, a lot. It's
She's
good.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to miss her. Yes, and congrats to all the seniors that graduated, but be safe. Gosh, be safe. We got a lot of, weather turned warm. Be safe on the water, be safe on the roads. Watch the guy next to you and around you. Don't assume they're going to do the right thing. So be safe, everyone.
Be good neighbors.
Yes. Other than that, one more
Motion to adjourn.
motion. We got it.
Support.
Okay, thanks a lot for coming, everyone. Mission adjourned, mission accomplished. I like that better. Mission accomplished.
Fair enough.